that I thought that we won that game on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of this week when we practiced, and we get after it pretty good. And I thought we made progress. 2 out of those 3 practices were outstanding. We practiced with contact 3 straight days before a game on the 4th, and I rarely do that. I just felt like that we had that much to work on. Because prior to Christmas we had those 4 games, and the 2 games we came back from Christmas, 6 games in a period of time where we had one hard practice. Shouldn't need it, but we did need it. I thought the guys were physical. I thought they were aggressive. I thought it helped us that Memphis, playing on the road for the first time, didn't shoot well early. I think you could see how talented they are, and I think you can see what they're certainly capable of. They closed the gap at the end of the first half. They lit it up at the end, and started the second half a couple shots. So they're very talented, and they're very capable basketball team. And obviously, there's a lot of guys on that roster that we recruited, and so I know them well and have great respect for them. As far as for us, it's another ranked opponent. It's another comparison that the committee will make when it's all over. It's why you play the schedule. It's why our RPI is what it is. And we obviously needed this one heading into conference play to try to fix some of the things that were ailing us. We're not going to get too excited about this. We've got to keep it in perspective and understand that the intensity of what conference play is going to be like in that very first game. Nobody's in second place, nobody's in last place, nobody's in first place. And that's probably the biggest thing that I'll be drilling home tomorrow at 4 o'clock when we practice here about Arkansas. Right now, Arkansas is in first place by virtue of their non-conference record. And we're playing on the road, and the opener's tough.
Bruce, you called that timeout early in the second half. What did you say to you guys?
Well, Cameron and I both agreed that it was not to be too terribly negative. It was what it was. We had pretty good defensive possession, and they made a tough shot. And then we came down the other end, and Scotty got to the rim but didn't convert or didn't get the foul called, and then we didn't get back. And I just felt like it was important that, okay, let's start this half over again. And so, not a lot of yelling, not a lot of panicking, just, start this half over. I just didn't want to, and I told him, I said, I'm not gonna sit here and holler at you. They made a big 3, and we missed a shot and got transition, no big deal. Let's just go from here.
Coach,
just want to settle down.
Coach, was it emotional post game for you? I mean, does that have to do with the pending?
No, we are going to be, as Jimmy Dykes asked me a good question after the game. That's a good question. Jimmy Dykes asked me a good question after the game. He said, "Tell me about your speech on Friday night before you can't have any contact with the players." It's going to be the same speech I have every Friday night. Didn't say one word about anything in there. No reason to. We're going to continue to do what we do as routinely as we possibly can do it. The only difference is tomorrow, rather than me working with one of the assistant coaches on the scout, Tony and I will work with that assistant coach on that scout. And Tony and I will probably spend a lot of time between now and the Arkansas game, so he's got a real good feel for what I'm seeing. I'll have a good feel for what he's seeing. But it really wasn't emotional at all. It's just go about our business. We're going to be a man down against Arkansas in that game, and the guys will step up. Coaches will step up, and the game plan will be set. Just going to keep it as routine as we possibly can, and I'll try to stay as invisible as I can.
Coach, turnover margin, something you harped on tonight. 25 assists, 12 turnovers, ball movement.
Yeah, it was sharp. It was really sharp, and I thought our depth, was a factor. Memphis plays aggressively. They would do wear people down. I think Memphis was in a catch-22. On the one hand, They play better fast, but so do we. And you know, I thought that our depth was a real factor tonight. Jerron Mayman probably had his best game. He was a physical presence for us on the inside. Tobias had a double-double in 17 minutes and left a lot out there. He had a lot of opportunities out there to put up some even bigger numbers. And I thought our point guard play with Trey with 8 assists and 1 turnover, Melvin 5 and 1. Interesting, yesterday we went live offense yesterday, and I just rarely do that because we had spent 2 straight days, Sunday and Monday, guarding that. Guarding it. And then yesterday we came out and we guarded defensively and worked on our offense. I give Jason Shea, one of my assistants who's had this Memphis scout now for the last 6 years, does an excellent job. Jason did a really good job this week, I think, assisting me in getting the guys to practice the game plan. We put it in Sunday, and we worked on it for 3 straight days. And I thought that was very, very vital to our success tonight.
You mentioned high ball screens against Charleston. Memphis ran some of that too. You guys had made an adjustment?
Yeah, we jumped out harder and didn't let them turn the corners as easily. And I thought that disrupted them. You know, Joe had 5 turnovers, and we just didn't let them turn corners quite so easily.